Hi guys, in this video I get to meet one of the most powerful, inspirational women I have ever met. Now this lady unfortunately lost her son through suicide, so this video does come with a trigger warning, but what she's trying to do on the back of that is to hope save as many lives as possible, because there are so many government cover-ups out there and there's so much more help that the government can do. So please share this as much as possible. Let's get the message out there that the government need to step up and do a lot more, and let's see if we can together save as many lives as possible. But yeah, this woman's wrote a book and she wants the world to know her story. So yeah, please watch, and yeah, please spread the word as much as possible. Hello guys, well I'm here with Veronica. Now Veronica's story is one of strength and sheer determination. She's an incredible lady. I first met her last year and she's got an incredible story to tell, and she's here to present me with her book that she's written this year. But do you want to tell us a bit about your story and a bit about what you're doing?
Well, maybe I should start from the beginning.
Go on, start from the very beginning. She's an incredible lady, honestly.
I've worked in the hospice for many, many years, and I know through all the it was excellent training actually, that the night that my son died, that protocol hadn't been followed.
Right, okay.
And that triggered a lot of things inside of me, thinking, hang on a minute, why did the police not turn up when there's been 3 calls made that night to to help him from a neighbour? 15 hours later they decide to turn up.
15 hours later, that's just unbelievable. That's
yeah,
unbelievable.
But because of my determination, I got to the truth. I wrote to the police commissioner. I sent in a lot of complaints to different organisations that had let him down, and I had the presence of sense to know that I had to send it all over to the coroner.
Yeah.
So he got a full picture of what was going on. Because they would have tried to cover it up if they could.
Yeah. Brush it under the carpet, so to speak,
Yeah, they would have done. If I hadn't put that letter of complaint into the police commissioner, I would never have known that there were 7 police officers involved that night.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know my son's name or date of birth, they decided that they weren't going to bother going to check on him.
Oh my God, that's just awful. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know about the story, Veronica's son tragically lost his life at a very young age, and there was a window that they could have helped him within a few hours, and they chose not to. And this is the story.
Yeah. They decided just to close the call down, and sadly my son committed suicide. He was crying out for help. This is why he went to his neighbour. Although he was in a manic state of mind, he was begging his neighbour to kill him, but in his mind it's like, help me, please help me.
Yeah.
And his neighbour, they sensed that he needs some help here. Tried to phone, like I said, 3 times, and nobody came at all.
Nobody came at all?
No. And this is where I started to... Because my son asked me in 2019, Mum, will you help me to write my book?
And so this is the book you've got here, is it?
Yeah, this is my son's book. It would have been called originally I, Me and My Shadow.
Okay.
And because I said to him, well, Brian, I need to know what you want me to write.
Yeah.
There might be things in your life that you don't want the public to know about.
Of course, yeah.
And he says, Mum, I've done nothing wrong. I want an open, honest account of everything that happened in my life, so that people can see that what happens in your life can have an effect on you mentally.
Well, could yeah.
That's exactly what I've done. He wrote me a letter, which I've included in this book. It's a private, personal letter, but it's a letter of him giving consent.
Yes, yeah.
So I've included all that in there.
And the book's called They Could Have Saved Me.
Yeah. It changed within the name because of what happened.
Yeah.
But I, Me and My Shadow is still in there.
It's still in there, yeah.
It's in the book. And it's not been an easy road. to write this, because at the same time of grieving,
Yeah.
I've actually been. One of my things in training was if you don't document, it didn't happen.
It didn't. Yeah, I see.
You've got no proof of it ever happening. So
Of course.
throughout all the coroner's hearing, which went on for months and months, I was documenting everything.
You were documenting everything.
So I wasn't really grieving, but I felt it would help me.
It was,
It did help me, because I was offloading all that pain and putting it onto paper. But when I actually got the report back from the police commissioner, it was 30 pages long, and because of legal reasons, I couldn't actually include all of that in there.
Okay, yeah.
So I had to be very mindful of what I could actually put in there without ending up in a litigational court case myself.
Of course, yeah, of course.
So I've been very careful and very cautious, but I did turn around and say to the coroner at the hearing, because one of the things he said to me is, "Is there anything you want to say?" You should have given me the rein, because I just went.
Yeah.
I even went down his throat, because one of the things that the council said was, which I think is absolutely ludicrous. How can you dismiss a parent?
Yeah.
He's got no ties. What do you mean he's got no ties? I'm his bloody mother, for God's sake.
Yeah.
He's got ties because they refused to help to move him back to Nottingham, where he needed the help.
Where he needed to,
He needed to be with me and his family, so he could get that support.
Support that, yeah.
But they just slammed the door in his face, and they said no, he had to go back to Well, they refused to rehouse him back in Nottingham, and he went back to Manchester. I had a sense of present then that I was going to lose him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did. Because I begged him not to go. I said, just stay here. But he's a grown man. He wanted his own independence, and I could understand that. I said, well, promise me you won't do anything stupid. But sadly he did.
Sadly he did.
Yeah, a few months down the line, he was gone.
And the saddest thing is he could have been saved, couldn't he? And someone could have done something to help him. So, but what you've done on the back of what's happened is incredible. So what are you doing now to help other people? Because you're doing a lot now.
I'm on a lot of social media. I'm on TikTok. I'm also on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I have a business web page called When Time Matters, Angels Do Exist on Facebook. Altogether, I've published 5 books.
You've published 5 books. That's incredible. She's an incredible lady. But so, if people need, because I know we spoke before, and you want people to reach out to you as well if they need help.
If they need help, especially somebody who's gone through the same situation as we have.
Yeah.
It's sad that it's happening to a lot of people, and we need to. This is why I've called it Let's Talk.
Let's Talk, yeah. So if there's anyone watching this video, what would you say to them? If there's any young people that are struggling?
Please don't do what my son did. The devastation you leave behind is unbearable for your parents, your siblings, your kids, your aunties, uncles, everybody, your friends. It's something that they can never, ever get over, but they have to live with your choices for the rest of their life. And it is devastating. So please don't do anything silly. If you're desperately in a desperate place, please reach out. There is phone numbers in this book that I've included of all helplines for mental health. Anybody who's struggling can actually reach out to that.
Reach out, yeah.
But you can also reach out to me if you're so desperate in that dark place.
Oh. What an incredible lady. She's fabulous. And don't forget to go out and get this book as well. Go and get this book. It's available on Amazon, is it?
It's on Amazon. You can get it in Kindle or paperback or the hard. I prefer the hardback, actually.
yeah, of course, yeah. You're not the only one, but yeah.
I'd like to take this opportunity to present my son's book to you, Louis, and thank you for all the support you've given me.
Oh, no, you're more than welcome. Thank you very much. There you go, guys. Well, I've got mine. Don't forget to go ahead and get yours. Thank you very much, Veronica.